One of the things I am doing, though, is I'm also making it easier on the farmers and the hotels and everything, because you have a lot of farmers that they're not going to be able to, do their crops and pick up the corn and do all of the things that they do so incredibly well. So we're making it so that if a farmer can give recommendations to people, we're going to be very soothing in terms of perhaps letting that farmer have, they're sort of responsible.
Yes.
And we're going to have the farmer take responsibility. But, ultimately, at some point, we want the people to go out, come back as legal. We're going to send, as you probably know, we're doing a self-deportation. And we're going to make it comfortable for people. And we're going to work with those people to come back into our country legally.
Está
The good
funcionando,
ones.
This is the Mo You Know, and what you just seen was Donald Trump coming up with another concept with no plan in sight of potentially having slaves in 2025. This article is from NBC. That clip was from Fox News, and it says Trump floats plan for undocumented farm and hotel workers to work legally in the United States. Now, not one place do you see let undocumented working in America to potentially become U.S. citizens. Now, before we jump into this and we break down this article, I'm Mo.J. This is the Mo You Know. And if you like current events, updates on anything like that of that nature, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's jump into this article about undocumented aliens being able to work within the United States without becoming citizens. The president's comments suggest a vague plan that would allow the government to bring back great people who are working hard and who go out in a nice way. What does that even mean? Go out in a nice way. But again, this is just a concept. One thing we know about Donnie T, don't expect a plan, only concepts. President Donald Trump suggests a cabinet meeting Thursday that undocumented people working on farms and in hotels will be allowed to leave the country and return as legal workers if their employees vouch for them. Now, they will be legal workers. They won't be legal citizens. They won't have a working visa. They will be up under the control, quote unquote. That's why we said 2025 slavery. They'll be under the control of the vouch company. Whether you own a farm, you're vouching for them. If you own a hotel, you're vouching for them. And then what's next? You're probably going to have to supply them with housing, with food. But would undocumented immigrants fall up under those labor laws because they technically aren't legal citizens? So would they be able to pay them less, feed them less? We don't know what's in this concept, but it's not going to be anything good for these illegals. Trump said at a meeting with reporters present that we have to take care of our farmers, the hotels, and, the various places where they tend to need people. Well, that's all around the United States. Now, the farms are the big ones. Hotels, we know about the cleaning situation where they went on a strike in Vegas and how they were affected by that. So the illegals, whether you like them or not, they play a huge role in America. We forget that America was built off of immigrants, whether it was white people who were immigrants, whether it was the Mexicans that came over and helped, or the enslaved slaves from Africa. Let's not even mention the Chinese that came over and actually helped during the gold rush, and they helped build the train tracks throughout America. So a farmer will come with a letter concerning certain people saying they're great, they're working hard. We're going to slow it down a little bit for them, and then we're going to ultimately bring them back. They'll go out, they're going to come back as legal workers. What kind of plan is this? So you need to deport them first. Then they need to come back and try to apply to be a legal worker. You have to find who these workers are. Listen, if they're illegal and they go back to whatever country they're from, how are you going to be able to find them because they're undocumented? It's not like they have an address, a home, an email, a phone that you can contact them. They're undocumented. They came here to start their lives. So how would you be able to get them back? And what are they going to do? Go to the border and then you just let them over? They're having a hard enough time crossing the border with legal papers. We have a guy in El Salvador that wasn't supposed to be deported. So it's not going to work. It was unclear what he meant by slow it down a little bit for them. The administration has been pouring resources into arresting, detaining, and deporting undocumented immigrants to fulfill Trump's campaign pledge to conduct a history making mass deportation of immigrants from the United States. And I just said that and I just broke that all the way down. But another thing to piggyback off of is I thought we were trying to get rid of the illegal immigrants. Why don't we just leave them here, and instead of sending them back and having them reapply, we just give them papers here to work and just have the process start here. But what he wants to do is get all of them out so they can use those as numbers. Oh yeah, we deported this many people. And then the farmers, the hotels, they're not going to be able to get these people back. He wants them to be able to pay a cost to bring people over. Now, I agree with that. If you want to come and work, yeah, do it the right way. But he's going to deport. He has nefarious ways. He's going to deport, and they're not going to be able to get back over here unless these companies pay millions of dollars. Trump said the administration is going to work with people if they go out in a nice way. We're going to work with them right from the beginning on, trying to get them back in legally. So it gives you a real incentive. Otherwise, they never come back. They'll never be allowed once a certain period of time goes by, which probably going to be 60 days, he said. So if they leave, they can't get in contact. They can't get over here to work and fill out whatever paperwork needs. In 60 days, they'll never be able to come back over or be able to attempt to come back over and work. Let's be honest. If we were to split down a pie, maybe only 20 to 30% of any of them that go home are going to be able to re-enter into the United States and actually work. It's just not going to work. It's not feasible. They're already lying about the numbers of deportation that they're doing now. This right here is just to beef up the numbers to say, I told you we could do it. Trump always right. Trump always had a plan. There's no plan. This is just a concept. 60 days, if you don't get back, the process is going to take longer than 60 days to even get found and go through the process to be a worker. All right, let me know what you think about this plan. In theory, it sounds like it's a good plan. I just don't see the reason of making them leave, only giving them 60 days, and then trying to have them come back. We know any documentation that you need, it's going to take a while. When you get your passport, a legal document so you can travel the world, unless you expedite it, it's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks. So to do this for an undocumented immigrant, it's going to take at least 2 months, 3 months for it to even go down, let alone find them and get them the right information to get them back. But let me know what you think about it. This is the Mo You Know. And if you have a solution to this, maybe we could write something up and help this administration out because they've been dropping the ball every single day. But I'm the Mo.J. I'm the Mo You Know. And if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.